What's going on, y'all, man? 9 to 5 Hubby here. Another day, another dollar. Today I had to make a run while I was on break from this damn job. So I'm in the streets a little bit. But it is what it is. But that's the beauty of Georgia. 30 degrees. It's been like 30 degrees outside for who knows how long. And then today, 60 degrees and sunny. But I don't let that shit fool me. I don't let that shit fool me not one bit. Cause it's still the flu season. That's why I still got my thermal on. They ain't playing no games. But alright, we good. Alright, so but for the day, as far as the lending aspect, I was gonna go over because a lot of people don't know, they don't do their research when it comes to the proper research when it comes to actually finding a lending establishment. So a lot of people have a gripe when they get their credit pulled and things like that, and they don't have the proper documentation. It's things of those sorts. So that's a big thing. So it's always important, before you know where you want to get your credit pulled to put an application in, that do your homework. Know what it takes, know the documents. Ain't nobody guaranteed to get no loans nowhere. Ain't no guarantees anywhere. So that's one thing about it. But just know the difference, what a company, if they take net income versus gross income. Like, know the difference between that. Know your net income is after your taxes and all the other stuff gets taken out. Know your gross is what you made before any taxes are taken out. Know what companies accept that. That's huge for your budget. Huge for your budget. So you need to know things like that. Because if you know you dealing with a company that verifies your income after your taxes are taken out, you know your income is way lower, your budget's worse. So that hurts your chances. Now, if you make good income, then it's really neither here nor there. But if you know you struggle, or you're just a little tight, you got a lot of bills out there, so it affects your budget, you know, it may play a factor in it. Know what companies do soft and hard pulls on your credit. Know what a soft and a hard pull is. Know a soft pull really doesn't affect your credit. They take a look, but it really doesn't affect. The hard pull is when your credit score start going down. It's because it's more of an in-depth look at what you got out there. You need to understand that. No, you can't come to us with an out-of-state ID. Yeah, people do that. No, if you get lending in the state of Alabama, you can't go to Alabama with a Texas ID thinking that shit is gonna work. No. How they know where you live? It's lending guidelines. If you do that, make sure you got proper documentation showing that you live where you live at in that state, any state. Some states don't even take out-of-state IDs. You need to know that if you have out-of-state ID. So there's certain things y'all need to educate yourself on, instead of just saying, well, if I would have knew that before then, I wouldn't have done it. Did you actually research? Or did you ask the questions beforehand? Or you just went online and thought you was going to get approved on some website for a loan? That's the ignorance of some people. You can't just go around putting your information out there like that. You haven't done the research on the company. You ain't checked no reviews. You ain't checked what type of documentation. You ain't talked to nobody. But you just putting your shit out there. And then you have the nerve to turn around and be upset when you don't get approved or you don't have the proper documents. You self-employed. Some businesses don't take bank statements as far as income. Some business, you need your tax returns for the business. Don't get offended. Don't get no attitude. You the one that asks the proper questions. So you need to prepare yourself. I mean, that's just food for thought. So, anyone that got kids, y'all know, you tell your kids, like, either you preparing to fail, you preparing to succeed, or you gonna prepare to fail. That shit just don't stop at childhood. That's all throughout your life. If you're looking for a loan, you gotta prepare. You gotta prepare to get that loan. You gotta prepare for these documents. If we ask you for something, or whoever asks you for something, you need to make sure you have that stuff so it can go smooth, your loan process. Things just don't happen because you just type a couple things in online and think ain't nobody gonna verify it. Things don't happen like that. You play a just as important role in getting that loan as whatever loan representative that you're dealing with plays a part of it. You play even more of an important key, because guess what? We just sitting around waiting for you to send in the documentation. That's what we doing. You ain't got the documentation, but you calling us saying, hey, I'm checking on the status of my loan. What are we checking on? Last time we talked, I told you this is what I needed. Did you give me that? Oh, well, nah, I didn't know. Well, you motherfucker, what are we talking about then? And at a certain point in time, whoever your representative is, they're going to feel like you messing around. So guess what? Your application that you got, it go to the back of their pile with all the other apps of people that's been BSing around or not really serious about going about getting lending and taking their business the way they're supposed to. You go to the back of the line. Then you get upset when no one calls you. What are we calling you for? You want to take care of business. This your loan. You supposed to be coming to us. We ain't supposed to be checking up on you. If you want this money, come get the money. Prepare. That's what I got for y'all today. Once again, 9 to 5 Hubby. Just giving y'all jewels about this thing. You know, I do have a passion for helping people for lending. I just hate my damn job. You know, there's a lot of good people out there and they need help. But there's a lot of bad apples that spoil a bunch. There's a lot of entitled motherfuckers out here that really spoils it for a lot of y'all good people. They really do. Rules and regulations are made on the assholes because they want to take advantage of the constraints or the rules that we have in place. What we can have, documentation. So if we see people taking advantage of it, they're gonna change it. And that's only because the assholes out here think they can try and get over. So you think you can try and get over? Cool, we're gonna change it. And guess what? Only people that hurts is other people that really want to go about getting along. It makes it more difficult. So if your grandson out here doing shit and your granddaughter or your niece and nephew out here doing shit, guess what? Sooner or later you got to come to that business that they fucking around with and you want to ask for something. And we can't do nothing or we change our rules. Look at your grandkids, look at your nieces and nephews and your sons and be like, you the one that was out here trying to defraud. That's all I got for y'all today. Beautiful day down in Georgia. Still January, but it's nice out here. But don't be fooled. I'm going to holler at y'all later.